tempered steel and gelled kerosene. 1. Night, darkness, speed, peril. The engine blared out a heart-rending bellow. The armored car was racing down a rain-slicked country road, every minute and even second, threatening to fly off the shoulder and get stuck in the mud or, even worse, slam into a tree or flip over. Time and again the tires bounced up on a bump, then plunked down into a pothole. The steering wheel was banging up and down, trying to break free of my hands. I had to grasp it with all of my might, or I risked losing control. My first misstep would almost certainly be my last. Speed. Peril. My legs had long gone numb. My back was shooting with unbearable pain, and my eyes were constantly tearing up. But I was glad to be rushing off to my uncle's estate in the middle of the night, relieved to be done with the formalities in the Chinese quarter so quickly. Ramon Miro, on the other hand, had been complaining about our trip from the very beginning. His normally red-tinged face was now nearer the color of cream. The former constable was splayed out like a starfish, afraid to fly out of his big seat on our next little jump, and clearly struggling against a bodily urge to vomit. He strongly doubted the possibility that the unknown strangler would be in front of us, and told me as much without end until he was finally overcome by nausea. "Stop and clean the headlights," he demanded. "I can see the road just fine," I retorted, not wanting to lose time. "It's make or break time," I repeated to myself mentally. Another of my grandfather's sayings. It's make or break time, no looking back now. We had to make it. Make it, or die trying. Fortunately, now that we were outside city limits, the rain had become less intense. The country road mostly ran through fields, making detours around the little forest glades. All that was left for me was to look out for potholes and keep the pedal pressed to the floor, pushing the engine for all its horsepower. It was crackling madly, just gulping down the trotyl granules. The unsecured cargo in the back was rattling loudly as well. I couldn't even hear my own thoughts, but I did make out a question from Ramon. "No!" I screamed back, not looking away from the road for even one moment. "I have no idea who strangled the Judean." But it definitely was no human. The hands of mere mortals could not cause frostbite, nor leave ice burn on the skin. Aaron Malk had been killed either by infernal beasts or an illustrious gentleman. It was probably one of the bank robbers who tried to work me over. Who precisely was not important. What was important was beating him to my uncle's estate. The killer now knew for certain where to find the lightning rune aluminum box, and if we didn't get there first, Count Kosice would be parting not only with it, but with his very life. The last part, to be perfectly honest, wouldn't have especially bothered me. The problem was that, if it came to that, the chance of us meeting the same fate surpassed all rational bounds. If the illustrious gentlemen got their hands on the aluminum box, the malefics would come after me. Failing that, I'd have to keep running from the mysterious bank robbers. But if I had the box, I could take control of the game. My only real chance of overcoming my opponents was to make some more progress in the investigation. Just then, a front wheel plunked down into a pothole. The self-propelled carriage lifted off the ground, then slid into the mud. At the very last moment, I regained control and straightened out the armored vehicle just before it drove off the shoulder. We came